Here we are outside the Tory party conference in St Peter's Square.
I thought I'd dress to fit in here. I'm going to be talking to some Tories and see what they have to say for themselves.
What's going on inside? What have they got to tell us on this cold, overcast day? We've also got the Soviet national anthem playing, so why don't we go and see what's going on over there?
We've already sold out to the Russians. That was Brexit.
Are you confident in Boris right now?
Yes, I am. I hesitated a bit there because from time to time I worry.
75%. Any reasons you're semi-confident and not fully confident?
Just the overall unrepresentation, unconstitutionalism that Brexit represented.
He got Brexit done. He got it sorted when a number of commentators were saying this isn't going to happen.
Well, got Brexit done, but under what terms, some might say?
Of course they might say that, but it was always going to be under some terms of some sort.
Do you not think there's been a lot of U-turns during COVID on a lot of environmental policy? You don't think Boris Johnson missing the Cobra meetings?
Do you know what Cobra stands for? It just means Cabinet Office Briefing Room A. It's just a room, and the Prime Minister actually does quite a lot on. Every meeting in Cabinet Briefing Room A is not that important sometimes.
Arguably they were sort of leading up to COVID.
If the government had immediately started getting into lockdowns and things, what would the public attitude have been? It would probably been quite opposed to it.
Do you think he's a responsible leader?
Good leader.
Do you think he's well valued?
He's an optimist. Oh yes. Yeah.
Well valued.
Well valued.
And his affair with Jennifer Arcuri. Any comments on that about his values as a person?
I know nothing about it except what I've seen in the newspapers.
Jennifer Arcuri and him had an affair on the sofa of his family home whilst his wife was at work.
Human beings.
And that doesn't spill over at all into his ability as a politician.
In the year 2021, no, I don't think it does.
What about when Matt Hancock snogged someone in work during COVID restrictions?
Snog? What's that?
With the leadership qualities. Do you think it does reflect at all on his character as a person? Or do you think things are mutually exclusive?
I think it's fine.
Would you say he's a bit of a dirty dog, sir?
No, I'd say you're harassing me now,
Matt
so please
Hancock?
leave me alone.
The Labour Party right now, do you think they're providing a worthwhile opposition?
No, the government only works when you have a worthwhile opposition.
Yeah.
So someone needs to step up. If none of the other parties do, the Tories will.
Not for a long time.
When would you say they were?
Probably under Blair.
Starmer's perhaps pushing toward the centre right now, like Blair was then. I think that's the right direction.
I think it's the only direction they can.
Don't you think Labour should represent the left firmly? We've got the Liberal Democrats to represent the centre.
What should they fail to do?
Hello, fellas. Quick question for you.
I'm not drunk enough.
The Labour Party, do you think they're providing worthwhile opposition right now?
Well, you know, someone's got to do it. Wouldn't want to be me.
Starmer, do you think he's the man for the job?
Well, it's a job.
Okay, right. Yeah. The Labour Party, you seeing them as a threat right now?
They're the red ones.
After the recent conference, are you shaking in your boots at all, sir?
No, they're all lunatics.
Keir Starmer's going to take them to the centre, but then take them back to the left once he gets in power.
They're essentially attempting to represent post-democratic liberal elite. Nothing common whatsoever, the working class.
And what about Corbyn? Would you say he offered a better opposition than Starmer?
He certainly offered a more consistent and honest opposition.
Do you think the Labour Party should be firmly on the left?
I think the Labour Party, if it's to have any existence whatsoever, needs to be on the left, yes.
Here we are then.
Hello, Stanley Johnson.
Hello, Stanley. Would you care to answer a quick question for me?
Well, no, I tell you, I'm just heading off in this direction.
The Labour Party right now, are you seeing them as a threat?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Not at all?
No, I wouldn't have thought so at all.
Do you think Starmer's the right man for the job?
Hey, listen, that's there for them. That's for the Labour Party to. That's for the Labour Party to work it out, isn't it?
Yes, what do you want?
The Labour Party right now, do you think they're providing a worthwhile opposition?
Nope.
No.
No.
Do you think Starmer's the man for the job?
Nope.
No? Do you think Corbyn would have been better?
Nope.
What do you think a country would look like right now if Corbyn had gone into power?
Even worse than it is.
Even worse than it is?
Yes.
Do you think it's looking pretty bad right now then?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Boris has done a good job?
No.
No, not at all. Any particular reason you'd say that?
Haven't got the time, sorry.
No.
How are you finding conference so far? Seen anyone big?
Oh, well, we got Stanley, what's his name?
Johnson.
Stanley Johnson, yeah.
I'm from Bright Blue. It's a liberal conservative think tank. We've got 27 fringe events going on across the city. Like a drink tank last night, we had Sajid Javid, the Secretary of State for
Oh, a drink
Health.
tank, was it sponsored by Budweiser?
It was sponsored by Budweiser,
Yeah.
so there was plenty of booze. We didn't go dry.
Did you
that's
come
for
up with
sure.
any big ideas?
What? I must admit, I wasn't able to make it for kind of invite only. Yeah, Sajid Javid was
Lots of
on
fun
good
was
form.
had.
I think so. That's what I hear. here.
What's been going on in there? What have you been enjoying?
Truthfully, it's just nice to be back out and, enjoying life. We were existing before and now we're living. Didn't want to exist, I wanted to live. I work for a Member of Parliament. I'm sure that you all know the real reason why everyone's at conference and it's just for a few jars. We're all there for the right reasons, we just want to enjoy ourselves.
Have you been on the piss already?
No, mate.
Michael Gove hasn't got the Charlie out?
No, nothing like that. Boys, if you want any headlines or any juicy gossip, you're in the wrong place, I'll be honest with you, because I'm just here to have a good time after the past 18 months. Whether it be drinking, going out clubbing, none of the dodgy stuff that you think us lot are up to.
Mainly been looking around for some of the stalls, picked up some fresh local biltong.
What local place has that biltong been coming from?
I believe it's round in the Lancashire area. They've got stuff like ostrich biltong, venison.
There hasn't been a shortage of lorry drivers getting ostrich biltong in.
No.
Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you some questions about conference?
Far away.
Okay, yeah. What have you been enjoying in there?
Well, obviously the Chancellor's speech, which is
okay, was that good?
It was an excellent speech, and he delivered it very well, and a very clear message for how the economy will be run. And a reminder that we are a low-tax party. For a quickie? Nice that somebody still has a proper autograph.
Yeah. Do you think the people of Manchester are pleased to see you here today?
Well, I've had a very warm and friendly welcome personally. People have been very nice and polite.
Can you get Boris to take back control? Could you get Boris to take back control?
Thank you very much.
It seems a bit like people aren't very happy to see you here.
There are a few protesters, but I wouldn't worry too much.
Can you get Boris to take back control? We can't get pigs slaughtered. We need butchers.
Will you come and kill my pigs on my farm?
I don't know where he's going.
The pig industry's on its knees, Mr. Isbell. Come on.
Question, Jacob. Hello. Do you have any opinions on Keir Starmer? Do you think he's effective opposition?
Good opposition is good for government. Hello, sir.
You vote against disabled people.
The government's very committed.
Nearly not.
Very committed.
Hundreds of times because of your policies.
That's not right.
I'm disabled.
I understand.
But you don't.
The government has a lot of support to help people with this.
You punish us.
We really do.
I've got a degree. I'm a youth worker. You took my job off me. Then you made me. I had an attachment. I've got cerebral palsy. I've got a degree in youth work. The Tories took my job off me. Then at the age of 42, I had to prove that I've got cerebral palsy. You got rid of us. You're a disgrace. You've made my life harder. I earned my money. Now I have to claim benefits.
That's exactly what the government...
No, it is. Are you listening? I've got a degree. I've got a physical disability, not mental. I spent 4 years getting a 2-2 to become a youth worker. Then, you don't need youth services. You're on benefits. You've been in 10 years. 10 years.
Find jobs.
Rubbish. Rubbish. I had a good job. Your party made me redundant.
My party really did.
They did. I've had cerebral palsy since birth. I knew your government said, by checks, he's not taking it. How sick is that? You're just another 18 millionaire Tory. Bankers' bonuses, MPs payday. Rubbish. You're a disgrace, Jacob. You're shameful.
I'm sorry you think that.
I know that, but you keep getting voted back in. 10 years, Jacob. 10 years. 10 years, even. No rocket science. 10 years.
Thank you very much.
Listen to him, Jacob. To feel no shame, man. I was asleep at night.
Well, do you think it's right that the country's opening back up?
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, that's why everybody is free. We are the only country now that everything is going on the way it should be.
Yeah. I think it's good that we're out of lockdown?
Absolutely. Yeah. It has to come at the end of the day. It's survival of the fittest at the end of the day. You've got to get the economy going again and all that. The vaccines, the jab, I don't think it's even working. And I've never got the jab.
No.
So I don't think it's working. It's never been tested. It's just, I've never needed it for day one, and I'm still here.
Yeah, right.
Something
Would that be your advice for the people of Britain? to perhaps steer clear right now?
Absolutely. I don't think it's working. I don't think they've never found a vaccine for the common flu.
What do you think your government are doing about the environment?
I work on wind turbines. So I
more
believe
about that sort of energy than me.
Yeah, I believe that renewable energies as well as green energies are sort of way forward.
Are there any specific policies you could mention?
Not off the top of my head.
I think the main one is the shift towards electric cars.
Alternative powered ones. There was one in there that was powered by hydrogen.
By the building, yeah. It sounds to me a lot like you guys have know a lot about this and have a lot of ideas about it, but you can't really tell me any conservative policies that actually seem to be prioritising the environment. I think it's just a bit of it's popular at the moment.
Yeah. You think the Labour Party's providing a worthwhile opposition right now? No, not at all. What are you listening to there, sir? TV News, very good. No music for the Tories.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
And hey ho, let the bodies pile high.